What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I have another video in our 2022 NBA Draft Player Breakdown series. Today we're going to be going over Duke's big man Mark Williams. Mark Williams is someone who has seen a tremendous jump in terms of draft position and where he's predicted to be taken. So it should be a fun video. I'm going to talk about him, his strengths, weaknesses, all that. More importantly, I want to hear what you guys have to say about Mark, so make sure to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of his game, where he should be picked, who he should go to, all that. Leave those thoughts down in the comment section below. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So just a quick intro to Mark Williams. Mark Williams is a 7-foot, 240, 250 pound center out of Duke. He's someone who decided to come back for his sophomore year, which was a great decision as he saw a huge uptick in terms of role, production, stats, minutes, all that. Everything increased for him at Duke his sophomore year, and he played a huge role on that Duke team that made it to the Final Four. He was a vital piece to that team. He provided a physical presence that just a lot of other teams couldn't really match up with, and I thought he did a lot of good things for that team and was one of their more important players. He may not be the highest picked player from that team, but I thought he did a lot of good things for him, and it's someone that just got better in his sophomore year, and I think that's a trend that can continue as he makes his way to the NBA and progresses through his NBA career there. So now moving into the strengths of Mark Williams, or what he can bring to the table for an NBA team, I think the biggest strength for Mark Williams is simply going to be his physical profile. Mark is a 7-foot, 240, 250 pound center who is very athletic. He's someone who can get off the floor very quick. He's someone who in transition can run lanes and fill lanes and can be a rim running big guy, and someone who can get position early just by being a little more athletic, a little more mobile than a lot of other 7-footers out there. I think offensively, looking at his game, the big strength for him there is just simply being a lob target and someone who can finish plays that way. He's someone who can set screens, roll to the hoop, catch lobs, stand in that dunker spot, fill a position there, and then just simply he can cause havoc on the offensive glass if you don't put a body on him. He's someone who plays hard, he has a good motor, he gets after it, and you have to match up with him. If you don't put a body on him, he's going to grab an offensive rebound and put back dunking on you. It's just that simple, and I think that's something that's going to allow him to be someone who could potentially contribute really early in his NBA career, just based on him being athletic and mobile and having a good motor. I think he can do a lot of things for them offensively there. Now, one thing that I think is really promising with him on the offensive side of the ball is that his free throw percentage really increased from his freshman to sophomore year. His freshman year, he was a little above 50%, came back as a sophomore, and shot above 70%, which for a 7-footer who is athletic, that's really all you need. And his form doesn't look terrible. I think that it's a form that you could work with, and it could be a jump shot that maybe could be expanded out to that 15-18 foot range. He's not necessarily going to ever be a jump shooter or someone who's going to space the floor to the 3-point line, but if he can, expand his game to 15-18 feet, I think that's a pretty scary guy when you combine that with, just like I said, his athleticism and his ability to be a lob threat. Now, where Mark Williams really shines is defensively, especially when it comes to rim protection and just being an elite shot blocker. He's someone who has great timing. He's got long arms. We've already talked about his athleticism and what he can do there, and so he's most comfortable when he can kind of sit in that lane or has a big guy that he doesn't have to worry about spacing out to the 3-point line and can just protect the hoop. He's someone, like I said, has great timing. He's got the instincts to do it, and he was just a presence in college. You could see that when other guys went into the paint, they were aware of him. They knew where he was. They were worried about him blocking their shot, and if he didn't block it, he was going to alter the shot. And so I think that's defensively where he's really going to shine. Is just with his instincts and how to block shots and alter shots. And he could be someone who could, match up with maybe a Joel Embiid or someone like that. He's got the size at 7 foot, 240, 250 pounds. I'm sure he's going to get stronger as he gets in the NBA. And he's someone who you can at least throw on there and have a little bit of length and size, and he can make things difficult for other teams' big guys. Is he going to stop any of those guys? No. But he's someone who can match up, and you can put him out there, and he can hold his own against guys like that, I think. And so that's really where he's going to shine, is that defensive ability, and then his ability to just clear the boards and rebound the ball. He can do that really well, and he's someone who I think just overall can be someone who can impact a basketball game without necessarily having the ball in his hands. Now, as far as weaknesses go for Mark Williams, he's got a couple that could really kind of limit him at the NBA level. I think one thing that is pretty obvious with him right now is he's pretty raw offensively. He's got really no post game to speak of. Maybe against a smaller mismatch against a guard, he can go to a jump hook with his right hand or something like that. He's got decent touch, but right now he's just really raw offensively. He's gonna have to expand his jump shot, or that's gonna be something that, if, like I talked about in the strengths part, he's gonna have to improve if he wants to take his game to that next level. But right now, he's just, like I said, really raw offensively, and there's not a lot there outside of dunks and layups and putbacks and rolls and things of that nature. One other thing that could be a weakness for him, I talked about his mobility in terms of being a rim runner and getting to the hoop that way, but he's not quick laterally. He will probably struggle at the NBA level with pick and rolls and guarding those and getting put onto smaller, shiftier guards. I think he's going to struggle there. Yes, he has length that he can use to kind of make up for that, but it's still, we've seen with these shot blocking big guys how they can get exposed when teams go to kind of a 5-out offense and make them guard the perimeter. I think that's an area where Mark Williams can really struggle, and maybe times where he's just simply played off the court. In conclusion, I like Mark Williams. I like his game. I thought he's someone who got a lot better from his freshman to sophomore year, which is always promising heading into the NBA in terms of someone just getting better and showing improvement. And I think he's definitely earned where he's going to go in the draft. I think he's someone who definitely could be considered with a lottery type pick, just because he fills a role that a lot of teams need. Every team could use an athletic big guy who can, protect the hoop, can catch lobs, do all that. That doesn't need the ball in their hands, and has a little bit of upside in terms of jump shot ability and what he can do there. And so I like him. I think he's going to be someone who could be an impactful big guy in the league. I think that he's definitely worth a top 20 pick. Could be worth a lottery pick. We'll see. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of his game, where he'll go, what's a good fit for him, all that. Leave those thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you guys later.